Welcome to the Nevada Real Estate Post. I'm your host, Jeff. Today we're going to be discussing the rate increases that happened last week with the Federal Reserve and the effects we're now seeing on the market, plus of the unemployment rate and other things happening right now. So everyone, get ready! Okay, I'm sure some of you have heard that the rates went up last week. Now, I've read reports that this is going to affect the interest rates by a full %. I've heard it's not going to affect it much at all. So we're seeing it both ways. Now, we have seen since October of last year, the rates have increased. They have increased quite a bit on home loan rates. But let's discuss why the feds raised the rates in the first place. So as you can see here by this chart, we're seeing inflation increase. In fact, right now, as of February, it was at 2.7%, which is about the highest it's been in 4 years. So we're seeing inflation increase. As inflation goes up, prices go up. I don't know about you, I don't like things costing more. So one of the ways that the feds control that is they will increase interest rates. If it costs you more to get money, you're not going to spend as much. That goes for us personally and goes for businesses. So that causes inflation to ease off or come down. Now, you may be wondering, why is inflation going up so much? Well, one of the factors is unemployment rate. Now, we can also bring in the GDP, but when we look at unemployment, people back in 2007, 2008, our unemployment was in the mid-4s. In 2010, it rose to almost 10%. We've all heard this. Everybody's losing their houses, they've lost their jobs, all this has happened. So we rose to 10%. We're actually back down in the mid-4s again. So that increases consumer confidence. People spend money, inflation starts to go up. So the government has to curb that by increasing interest rates. Now let's discuss how that actually affects the interest rate on your home. One of the things people always think is that as soon as interest rates go up in the feds, it's going to immediately going to affect your housing rate. That's not the case, generally not the case. What happens when we see the interest rates actually go up, we see the stock market will take a little drop. It just normally happens. People will shift their money then from the stock market to the bond market. Well, as we see this influx come into the bond market, we can actually see interest rates on homes drop. Now, once the stock market rebounds, people will move their money back out of the bond market into the stock market, and we can see those rates then start to go up. Now, one of the ones we want to watch all the time is the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield has been doing quite well for people, so people are investing into it. Now, when Janet spoke, there's something else that she said that really made a lot of people happy when it comes to the bond market. The feds themselves are not going to reduce their inventory. In other words, they invest tons of money themselves into housing loans. They buy them. As they sell them also, they're taking that money, reinvesting that money. So they're not reducing their sheets. By not reducing their sheets, it gave people confidence now to actually invest in home loans or bond market. Therefore, our interest rates we shouldn't see huge spikes in them. Of course, eventually, it will always take hold. It's not immediate, but it's going to eventually happen. Typically, interest rates are several months out and truly affecting the interest rate on your home. But what does this say for our market today? Let's get down to it. If you're a seller, you have a window of opportunity. Right now, interest rates are still low. Inventories are extremely low. Great time to buy. If you're a buyer, interest rates still way low. They're still low. You can get into a home right now with a low interest rate. Great time to buy. We know eventually all of this, because of inflation, it has to affect the market. It's going to down the road. It's going to affect everything. So right now, those windows of opportunity are there for both sellers and buyers. So if you are thinking about selling your home or thinking about buying it, be sure to give me a call. My number's right here. And everyone out there, make it a great day.